So I just arrived home, 5:34, and I got two important messages. Number one, give yourself the gift to start partying fully sober. I've been doing this now since 2 years and never looking back. So I can tell you from my own experience, it's one of the best things I've ever done. Okay, message number two on the way back home. So it's a message about violence, basically. And I think this topic is so important because violence is increasing in many countries. As I was leaving the club, I was talking to the people working at the door. So we chatted about violence, basically, because one of the guests was saying he thinks about starting his passion project, which is going to schools and talking about that, yeah, we should be nice to each other, basically, about compassion. And I was excited because 5 years I worked at a company which has the mission statement to transform bullying into love and compassion. And we trained over the years thousands and thousands of trainers who go to schools, kindergartens, families, and teach self-assertiveness and also resiliency. And this is like the alternative to just using violence, basically, or fists. So the woman who was working at the door had a different opinion. She was saying, okay, I don't get this. Men now in Germany, like children, they always are so soft. Men from other countries, like boys from other countries, they're used to fight. And we need children that are fighting again. And he could really get why she was saying it, because of course, if you think in the terms of violence, then violence is the answer. And then we started chatting, and the more I understood her, the more I could also shift her perspective, because there are two phases, and it's more about nuance and not just like starting to beat each other, right? The first step is usually the first step is always to have the resiliency. If someone really gets aggressive or anything, to stand there, still be calm and centered and not get into a reactive, really fighting mode. And it's also about self-assertiveness, which is basically standing your ground. And if standing your ground and also resiliency doesn't work anymore, then the next step is self-defense. But if we think that like violence, self-defense basically, or fighting is the first step, then of course nothing gets better. So I think this message is really important to understand, and potentially it's also very likely that we can also transfer this nuanced thinking on so many other fights which happen in our personal life as well, let's say in relationships and all this stuff. And it's now 6 a.m, so I think I won't do this brain power thing anymore, but I think this message is important.